Okay, welcome everybody to our 20th annual Love Poetry Contest. Big reveal. My name is Katrina Monroe, and I have the honor of being the current Benicia Poet Laureate and your host for this celebration. Um, Today, we're going to celebrate love in a wide variety of subject matter as seen through the lens of some fantastic poetry. This contest was started 20 years ago as the brainchild of Joel Fallon, who is Benicia's first poet laureate back in 2002, I think. Um, it's grown over the years to attract entries from across the country. Those who enter the contest are asked, in lieu of entry fees, to donate to the Joel Fallon Poetry Scholarship. And I'm pleased to announce that last week we awarded this scholarship to a very earnest, talented, hardworking, charming, and thrilled senior named Lydia Brown. So she and I thank you for your support. Today's program is going to start with an introduction of our judges. We look for judges of considerable experience, a definitive presence in the poetry world, and an ability to discern excellence in a wide variety of poetic styles. To make sure that the contest is fair and that a San Francisco Bay Area judge would not recognize the work of another local poet, even though it's blind judging, we look for three judges that are spread across the country. This year, we were graced with the wisdom of Patricia Thrushart and Rob Carney. Unfortunately, our third judge had to excuse herself due to the passing of her mother. Um, is Patricia is planning on coming today, but I don't know if she's here yet.
I am here.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I can't add my last name to my video for some reason. I can't
Oh,
find that option, but it's Patricia Thrushart for those of you wondering.
okay. Wonderful, Patricia. Um, I'd like to read a little bit about her. Patricia writes poetry and historical biography from her home in the Pennsylvania wilds. Her fifth and latest book of poems, Goddesses I Have Known, was put out by Quimby Pickard and the Cheshire Publishing and benefits a domestic violence shelter. Her poems have been published in numerous journals. She is co-editor of the anthology series for North-South Appalachia and co-founder of the group Poets Against Racism USA. Her work was chosen for an award-winning anthology of Ohio Appalachian Voices and for the Women of Appalachia Speaks series. Her narrative nonfiction book, Cursed, The Ancestry, Life, and Tragic Death of Marion Alsobrook Stallman, is in its second edition.
Wow.
Another biography about an influential African American politician operating in Philadelphia's Gilded Age is forthcoming.
Mm.
Welcome, Patricia. Would you like to add anything?
Well, I would if I could take a minute to say I have judged a number of contests over the years, and I want to compliment those of you responsible for this one. It's very well run, very professionally done. You are a joy to work with as we go through the process of the very difficult process of choosing our ranking poems. So I want to thank you for how effortless you make this. Secondly, I want to congratulate all of you who believed in your work enough to submit it to a contest. That is not an easy thing to do. I know for myself. And I just want to emphasize again that whether you place today or not, I congratulate you for having the confidence in your work to put it forward. And also just remember that in the end, poetry is a highly subjective art form. No judge is sacrosanct, and I may have picked a poem, and someone else would pick another. We come to a mutual consensus in the end, but an entirely different contest may have gone an entirely different way. So I just want to congratulate all of you, and also encourage you to keep writing, and if that's what you want to do, keep submitting your poetry, either to journals or to contests.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you for your kind words. And I also would like to use your words back at you and saying it has been a joy to work with you as well. Thank you. And this is not the first year she has done it, so we appreciate her stalwart help. Okay. Our second judge I know cannot be here today. It's Rob Carney. He's the author of 8 books of poetry, most recently Call and Response by Blackwater Press in 2021, and The Book of Sharks, 2018, which won the 15 Bites Book Award. The recipient of multiple prizes, Rob's works have appeared in many journals, on National Public Radio, and at personal appearances for conferences, universities, and festivals across the country. He is professor of English at Utah Valley University and lives in Salt Lake City. So, and I know he wanted to be here today, but family priorities intervened, and he also was a wonderful person to work with. They were quite the pair. I learned a lot from the two of them. There were many wonderful poems submitted this year, as Patricia says, and the judges had a hard time coming up with even the initial cut. But of course, they were called to judge. And so after exchanging comments and reading together, they came up with a list of 5 honorable mentions and 3 top prizes. In addition to monetary awards for the top 3, the first place winner will also have their name engraved on the Joel Fallon Loving Cup. So I'm going to try and show this, and I think I have to blur my background here. Oop. Sorry, I'm having some trouble here. There we go. All right, here we go. And I'm going to take the blur off the background so that you can see this beautiful loving cup. And this is an old-fashioned necklace. And here's the places where people's names get engraved, and somebody's name will be there today. All right. Okay. So, returning to our business at hand, just let me say one more time, hopefully all of you have your name on the screen so we can find you and it's your time to read. Assisting me today, as well as throughout the contest, has been Mary Susan Gass, the Poet Laureate Emerita of Benicia. Also behind the scenes today, contributing to things running smoothly, are Samantha McNally and Mary Eichbauer, both of Benicia Literary Arts. Benicia Literary Arts, along with Benicia Library, co-sponsor this contest, and I am so grateful to both these organizations. So, let's get to what you are all waiting for. In no particular order, I will be reading the names of the honorable mentions while their information appears on a slide on your screen.
One of them isn't here.
I will allow the poet to catch their breath, put their hands on their poem, and unmute themselves while I read the positive comments the judges made about their poem. Then the slide will go down and the spotlight will go on the poet, who will then honor us by reading their poem. The chat will be open for all those who would like to comment on poems as we go. We will not be unmuting to applaud at the end of each reading, but we'll wait until all the winners are announced. So let us start. The first honorable mention goes to Claire J. Baker for A Sleeping Bad Night in Yosemite.
That one.
Okay. The judges commented positively on the creative structure of the poem, blank verse, and sonnet-style stanzas. The poem reflected strong craftsmanship in enjambment, metaphor, and alliteration. Congratulations, Claire. Would you like to read your poem to us, please?
Yes, I would. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good.
Alexa.
Sleeping out in Yosemite. As stars lean closer, seeming now to listen.
Yeah.
My love says, stars are every answered prayer. A shooting star glides past a nearby peak. We hail, feel kinship for this cosmic rebel. A full moon frames the lake where yearlings sip from shoreline ripples. Silvered sugar pines sweeten the air as deer stroll by. We hush when night bird songs heighten and grasses stir. Cocooning in our sleeping bag, we cuddle, yield to touch and warming feet. When rapture climbs on stars as stepping stones to glory on earth, our bodies flare magnetic sparks. Breathing restful on the edge of sleeping, we tuck away love's amulet for keeping. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you.
It's called a Smith sonnet, actually.
Called a what sonnet?
Slips on it.
Slip sonnet.
No, a Smith.
Sniff.
Smith.
Smith. Have I got it right?
I think so.
Okay, thank you. All right. All right. The next honorable mention goes to Angie Minkin for Love is Nothing But Birds and Morning Coffee. The judges appreciated the rhythm and the musicality of this poem, with great use of onomatopoeia and sensual imagery, especially the sense of hearing, which is more rare in poetry than visual. The poem is just fun, with a great pivot from birds to breakfast. Congratulations, Angie. Would you read your poem, please?
Thank you so much. Love is nothing but birds and morning coffee. Cha-cha-laka, swish. Throaty sweet talkers launch me out of bed to close shutters. And whoosh, those heavy birds rustle palm fronds, greet the wakening day while I nuzzle you, shut your ears to the outside world, whisper pelican swoops, dive, baby, dive, boom, a silvery slide, a gobble, a guzzle, the chachalakas fly off, and over breakfast you say, I'll butter your toast, babe. You drink your coffee while it's hot. Oh, those sweet nothings of long love, how they shiver me. Thank you.
Wonderful, Claire. Thank you. Okay. The third honorable mention goes to Deborah Backel-Schmidt for First Word. The judges commented that this is a wonderful poem about words themselves, the intrinsic tools of poetry. It is also cleverly multilingual, with the baby using sign language. The poem is well structured with a great ending. Congratulations, Deborah. Please read us your poem.
Oh, thank you so much. This is wonderful. First word. How I have wondered what your first word would be. 3 languages surround you, 2 spoken and 1 signed. So in this tumble of words, how will you fasten upon just one? From the swirl of this new world, what will call out to you to be named? Not surprisingly, your first word is a sign. You wave from your mother's arms. Bye-bye, choo-choo, because signing somehow owns and contains the ache of goodbye. Your second word is also a sign. Your small hand twinkles open and shut like a star. Your first name for your mama is Milk. But your first real word is a question, an answer, an affirmation. Yeah, 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 yeah. A song to the dappled morning from under the hood of your stroller. A song for the bright geraniums whose faces lean over the sidewalk. A song to the 3 wild turkey hens striding up the hill beneath the oaks. And I know for certain, as if I had any doubts before, that you are my kind of person, the kind of person whose first word is yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. The fourth honorable mention belongs to Robert Eastwood, or Bob, for his poem, Charlie. One of the judges said that the epithets in this poem were so wonderful that it could make a strict cat fancier love dogs. The poem is dense and luscious, and the inherent sadness in it is rendered in actions, not just sentiment. Congratulations, Bob. Please read us your poem.
Thank you. Thank you. Charlie, squirming princess, jug of white nectar, ashen comet, my silken sister. When will the rift fill? Pink belly, 8 nipples and space scar, red network beneath flesh, now ash. Your box dust, dusky as fire made you. Your comet seen in the west, your glow in my dreams, your coil as you settle, tight wiggle I've lifted, tidy ball of being. Your eyes seemed gods when I feared. You saw me past night's dragons, your head on my lap, your faith on cold fingers. Gleeful dance at the door. Do you recall? As you are now, avalanche, star-fallen, guttered rain. Your indelible name on my tongue, your weight at my thigh, your silk pelt, cloud floss, that chronicle of sudden rupture, stark rug of spattered blood. Comrade of inestimable years, I'll cook you an egg. Rest by your dish. Lick my hand, my good girl.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob. And our fifth honorable mention goes to Alexa Mergen for Washtenaw County, October. And I believe Alexa did not make it. Am I correct? And so her poem will be read by Mary Susan. The judges felt that this poem is spare, quiet, and authentic, with imagery that reflects reality. They appreciated the economy of language, where every word in this poem counts. Congratulations to Alexa. And Mary Susan, would you please read us her poem, please?
I would be very pleased to do so. Washoe County, October. Yellow and purple rabbit brush and lavender, colors from youth. Brighter now in middle age, this is the full autumn of the heart, the empty mind of silted years, the freedom to wander without leaving, the wisdom to be still for your approach. Great poem.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary Susan. All right. So moving along, I hope the next poet is going to correct my pronunciation if it's off. The third prize and a $50 check goes to Luisa Giulianetti for her poem, 35. The judges felt that this poem was well grounded with a very strong sense of place. All of its symbolism works right up to the wonderful ending. Congratulations, Louisa. Please read us your poem.
Oh, thank you so much. 35 for Booker. Long after we're gone, the redwoods will continue their watch. I never imagined running a marathon through ancient giants or hiking the Sandias, witnessing the wildflowers bloom at Anza Borrego, but we did. In Big Sur, we traced creeks to crystal waterfalls, a soundscape of birds and breath, the Pacific crashing cliffs. The vagabond's last hurrah stranded us in Sweet Home, begging coffee at a saloon come diner. The locals' curious guessing games added to our collective lore. Maybe that's how love swells, bundled against icy mornings, fingers laced, walking the Seine, over coffee and puzzles. Unaccountable beauty in the ordinary. Cats training us to do their bidding. We've loved each other years enough for our children to become adults, our fathers to pass, for a second story, for the doves to nest on our porch again and again and again.
Thank you, Louisa. Our second prize winner and recipient of a check for $75 is David Hakim for his poem, You Asked. The judges felt this poem was bold and aware, full of strength, energy, and exuberance, with words spilling out, racing, and echoing. Quote, this is a poet who knows how to use poetry effectively, unquote. Congratulations, Hakim. Would you do us the honor of reading your poem? I see his square, but I don't see Hakim.
No, I'm here,
There he is.
but the host muted me and I didn't realize it. Sorry about that. You asked. My love is a bonfire, a ballast, a beacon. Jump into my eyes for the ride of your life. It's a handshake, a hip flask, a whisper, a warning. My love welcomes strangers. Love is a storm. It's a lawyer, a bookie, a cabaret singer. My love settled debts to a man in the Bronx. And sometimes by dawn, my love's a waitress, the most common street whore, a geisha, a queen. When the world's just a drug, a disease, or flat death, my love is a jungle, machete, those drum beats. My love's taking lessons. My love flies the plane, saddle, a garden, and echoing laughter, or the last drunken train bebopping uptown. My love watches movies, Pacino and Hepburn, and soon we'll kiss babies. My love likes to flirt. Right now it's off strolling the third floor of Nordstrom. My love's a casino. Step up, bet your stacked chips. When everything rises, when everything settles, my love's a long moment, deep pain, kept secret. Where it's out hustling rubes on ecstasy's boardwalk, a lift through spirits, a tosser of change. A carpenter, train wreck, a priest, and a poem. My love tops the list of all miracle cures. It's known to stop baldness, tennis elbow, shapes. My love is a guidebook, a gateway, a gospel, a pop-hungry junkie denied. My love is the antidote to all their malfeasance. An aircraft survivor, my love swallows swords. Tomorrow's thin daybreak posing as twilight, or a hot air balloon to pop smoke past. When everything beckons, when promises fly, my love opens windows. It's a pistol, new boots, an eager young hitchhiker smoking beside you, a palace, a tango, a patient, a pram. You asked, so I'll tell you. My love is a virgin who tames the starved lions that roam in the heart. It's a sea boy, sphinx, the pale moon, and a rope. The fresh sharpened pencil scrawls your last words. And the woman I've chosen knows my love's a passport, a getaway car in the rain streets.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Hakeem. And our first prize winner will receive a check for $100 and their name engraved on the Joel Fallon Loving Cup. And that name is Angie Menken for Letter to Leslie. The judges had high praise for this poem for its imagery, which was real, not contrived, its clever use of enjambment, assonance, and consonance, and for the creative use of an egret as a metaphor for a lover. Grief is conveyed in this poem through unexpected lyrics, avoiding shallow sentimentality. To quote a line the poet used, it is, quote, damn elegant, unquote. Congratulations, Angie. We would all love to hear your poem.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am so honored. And it was recently the first anniversary of Leslie's death, so this means even more to me. Thank you. Letter to Leslie. I didn't expect to find you here, dear heart. A great egret night fishing in the Gulf of Mexico. The waters swirling aquamarine and azure, black now in the deep dark. Look at you, ignoring me as you forage, stabbing shrimp or skink, clams or cockles from this shallow sea, your spare white feathers reflecting Polaris as you stalk on stilt legs. The night sky, Jupiter, Mars, you were always so damn elegant. I can hardly breathe, waiting for you to turn that calm eye on me. Crushed shells beneath my bare feet, I walk behind you, wrenched, willing to be stabbed. I want to hear you call my name before you fly to your nest in the mangrove forest by the lagoon, above red mud, decayed sea creatures, and plankton. There are no other birds that I can see or hear, no sharp gull whistles, no cormorant cries, no pelicans diving. Are you lonely out here in the dark on the cusp of a new year? Do you care about years anymore? Let me be your gnarled gray tree rooted in sand, waiting. Look at me, Les. Will you come again? Thank you so much.
Thank you. That kind of takes my breath away. And Angie, if I understand correctly, this is the first year you entered the contest, is that right?
It is.
Wow.
I feel so lucky. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And the other half of that story is that we have so many people here who were honored today who have entered before and not gotten anything. And so, it's, as Patricia said, sometimes it's a matter of who might ring a bell with that particular set of judges, but also it's sometimes we may underestimate the power of our own poetry. So thank you. And for a few brief moments, we're gonna all unmute and give all the honorable mentions and prize winners a round of applause.
Yay.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So now we're going to start the second half of the program. So please, everyone, mute your mics again while I ask Sam to stop the recording.
Starts.